you love entertainment, current events, and Hollywood, don't miss Creator to Creators, hosted by the filmmaker Meosha, known for the Shudder hit documentary Horror Noir and the acclaimed film Anatomy of an Anti-Hero, Redemption. This show features interviews with filmmakers and creatives from around the globe. Join the fun with guest celebrities and gain valuable insights. Subscribe now and follow Creator to Creators.
Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Creators to Creators. Today we have a very special guest.
Okay. Hey, this is Diesel from Vale ULB.
Hi, and this is Val from Vale ULB.
Nice. Welcome. So, I love going back to the beginning. I always say the beginning charts our trajectory in life, our little habits we pick up along the way, follow us into our adulthood. Tell me a little bit about, and whoever wants to start first, go for it, about your childhood and how you kind of got into music and when did the love for it begin and how you guys met.
So I started knowing that I wanted to be a musician when I was 5 because my uncle, who was he was also my friend, but he was, my dad's younger brother. And he was like the coolest dude ever. And he also played bass and wore cool jewelry and cool clothes. And I was like, man, I think I want to be like him when I grow up. So at 9 years old, I got the opportunity in elementary school when school still had a lot of music programs and band programs. I got the opportunity to go with the band director who came to my class. I had no idea who he was, but he came to my class and asked who wanted to be a musician. And, I raised my hand. So I, along with some of my friends in my class, we marched over to where the band would practice. And we walked into a room full of instruments already set up and people there to play them. And they went through the different instruments and, the drums, the trumpets, the trombone. And then they finally got to the saxophone. I was like, that's what I want to play. I want to play saxophone. And that was how I got my start from childhood.
So for me, my dad is a very well-known musician. He's like a multi-Grammy winner. So he used to direct bands, do, arrangement, produce, especially in the Latin industry, salsa.
Nice.
So he used to take me to all of his places. It is funny because when I was little, I never liked salsa until I grew up. So I would be on the studio all bored and whatever until I got to high school. And my jazz teacher, he will yeah, oh my God, I'm never gonna forget. He was like, if you don't know how to sight read and play jazz, you're a stupid singer. So then
No.
I know, it's crazy. But that motivated me to learn more music and to get more serious about it. Even though since I was little, I used to audition for things and stuff like that in the, especially in pop. But high school is where I took it for real.
Mm-hmm.
And then my high school teacher is the one that got me my first gigs, my first show. So I started working when I was 17.
Wow.
And then since I was little, I used to see my dad, direct bands like Sonora Caruseles. He used to play with Marc Anthony and stuff like that. I never took interest until one time I went to one of his gigs, of his shows. And of course, it was salsa, and I was like, you know what? I wanna be that singer. I wanna be one of the female singers, even though they were all male. I'm like, why doesn't he have any girl singers? And then, of course, because when it comes to women, he's very protective and stuff like that. So. Yeah, and also you had to audition, so so I was like, Dad, I want to audition. It took me 3 tries for me to finally get in, because in the salsa is really hard. So especially the hard, very old school salsa.
Mm-hmm.
It's totally different from nowadays. You have to sing it strong. You have to have guaperia and stuff like that.
Wow.
I don't know how to say that in English. So it took me 3 tries, and then I started, working with my dad in the salsa industry, and that's where I met Emiliano, and et cetera, et cetera. And then because of Emiliano, which is one of our trumpet players from Vale ULB, I met Diliso and Anier, and here we are. It's a
Nice.
very long story, but I just summarized it very quick.
I love it.
You
I
did a
love
good
that.
job.
Right. Yes. Um, that's amazing. How did the name come about, and what does it mean to each of you personally?
When we first started, before we met Val, we were ULB, and it was uh, initially it was Untitled Latin Band, but then we were like, we're bringing so many different cultures together.
Yeah.
It should be the United Latin Band
Mm.
because we're bringing, we're bringing cultures, not only Latin cultures, but like my grandfather was from Kingston and
Nice.
I'm from New Orleans. So, we're mixing all those cultures together, which actually match and go together. It's just, one person plays the rhythm this way, one person plays the rhythm that way, kind of thing. But and like our beans and rice are wet, theirs are dry, or
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that kind of thing. So when we met Val and she agreed to be a part of the band and was like, yeah, I'd love to. I want to say it was Deb who came up with the idea. Let's call it Vale ULB. And for Vale, you know, as the only female in the group, it was like that. Oh, that's a great name. But then, like Vale also, you know, is about value and about um, worth.
I love that.
And we do, in a lot of our songs, we have our fun party songs, but we also have songs, that speak about self-value and what people are really worth and what it's like to come together and actually unite and have a good time together and do great work together and do great things together, to not only have a party but to affect culture and to affect have a positive effect on society.
Oh, I love that. That's beautiful. I love that. How would you describe your sound as, Cabana Bounce? How did that genre come to life, and what defines it sonically?
Well, sonically, it's a mix of, you got Val from Colombia and Peru, Anier, who's Cuban, Emiliano, who's Argentinian, and me being from New Orleans with Jamaican roots. So it's all those things mixed together and all the different stuff. Like I've studied jazz, I've made pop records, I've made rock records. Val has done salsa and pop, uh, and Anier has done like actual folk music, and is a percussive contest winner in Cuba, like the whole country. And then Emmy, is Argentinian, and his own music is like more like a hip hopper, but with trumpets and stuff. But then he also plays with Mark Anthony and Shakira and Ricky Martin. So it's like all of that stuff mixed together. And then to make it simple, I always tell people it's like take Black Eyed Peas, take No Doubt, take Santana and some Stevie Wonder, and then and then pour gumbo juice all over it.
I love it. That's awesome.
Yeah, I think for Cabana Bounce, like for me, one thing that's important is a lot of the percussion part, a lot of the
Mhm.
rhythmic that the band brings.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, it's one of the main things in the of what I see for. for our brand.
Love that.
So is the percussion, yeah. And what he said, like the folk music
Hmm.
that Ania brings, it's very important. And like we all, we all have done like music from our roots,
Yeah.
like for me, I love marinera, I love Peruvian music. It's one of my favorites. Old school salsa and stuff like that. So we bring all of that, but for sure is the percussion that we bring and the rhythmic of the melodies that we bring in the band.
Love that. No, I think that's a beautiful, I love that mix. I mean, this song is it's so fun. And I was just curious, like what was, what inspired this song and the title of the song. I think it's just a fun, it's also hot. It's like sexy.
Yes. That's true. That's true. And then we have another one that we also released, but that one is more romantic. It's
Mm,
romantic.
yes. I like romantic. Romantic's good.
Yeah, I love romantic. I've been loving romantic.
Yeah, you got to live a well-rounded life. You need some sexy, some romantic, some hype, some fun, some ratchet,
You're
some
right.
and and that's what Cabana Bounce really is. It's just
Yeah.
a mix of all the different vibes that we vibe to in their respective moments, because there's a time for everything. So
Yeah.
when it's party time, we party, and when it's sexy time, we sexy.
So with if I'm saying this correctly, is it Devour Me? Is that how you pronounce it? The song
Devórame. Well,
Devour
yeah,
Me.
Devour Me, yeah, in English.
Yeah. You said it. It's isn't it like a romantic song, but it could expand into like, you know, um, what message or feeling you want. What message or feeling do you want people to, walk away after listening to it?
Oh,
Well, that's the spicy, sexy joint
Okay,
where it's like,
I like it.
okay, now that you've now that you've
yeah.
done all that,
And
handle your business.
the funny thing about that song is that what inspired me is this song. Probably Diesel. No, I don't know if you know this. It's Devórame otra vez, Devórame
Yeah,
otra
yeah,
vez.
of
Like the
course.
guy, the
Yep.
guy is telling the girl like I want you one more time, but it's like I won't, like you devour me one more time, you devour me, but it's a romantic salsa tune. So that inspired me for that, but we just made it a little bit more nasty, just a tiny bit.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, and I think it's a great song. Especially it's fun, it's sexy, and honestly, music is and also, I mean, first of all, the song, the vocals is just so it's actually hypnotic, it's just very like haunting in a way as well. It's like I want to listen to it again.
Oh,
What
that's
like
awesome.
Yeah, I mean when I played it in the house, I was like, wow, I love this. Like I just want to dance. I feel good. I want to drink some wine as I'm listening to it. um, Tell
Right.
me a little bit about like the process of making it. You guys in the studio, like how do you guys come up with this? Like, yeah, let's talk about this. Let's like, what does that look like for you guys?
So initially, because we did a lot of revisions to that track,
Okay.
I was uh I was wanting to do something that was along the lines of Brazilian funk, um, because we love the rhythms, and I sent it over to Los, and he was like, "Yo, the beat is crazy. Val loved the beat," and we was like, "Oh, what could we do?" And then Val came up with that idea, and we were like, "Yo, that's super dope." But then there was also the idea to add some additional production to it. So um, we went to why can't I say his name?
Sonic.
Sonic. Yeah. I always want to call him by his real name, but yeah. So we went to Sonic, who did some, you know, a lot of like Shakira records and a lot of other big Latin records.
Yeah.
And, you know, we stripped the beat and the vocals and, you know, showed him the idea, but then he totally, you know, revamped it. And then we revamped it again. And you know, through some rewrites and through some, with Los and Sonic and Val, we came up with that.
No, it's great. I really love it. Um,
Yeah.
so I love asking this question, and there is no wrong answer, I promise. But the three levels of influence: money, power, and respect. And if you could choose only one of those things, which one would you choose and why?
You want
Ooh,
to go
that.
there? Oh,
Oh, mine's gonna sound crazy. Mine's gonna. I feel like money, but I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell
Yeah,
you why.
yeah, no, no,
Uh,
no.
just because for me in my life, I like enjoying my life, you know. I
Yes.
like spending time with my family. I like, I right now I have a new dog. I like, going out with her and that, and that's a lot of spending. so so I would, for me, money, I want to travel. I want to do so much. And, not only that, but money to produce more music, to,
Yeah. Yeah.
to make more songs, to be with people. I think for me, money is more important just for us to enjoy life much
Hmm.
more. Right.
That's a great answer.
That's it.
yeah. For for me, I would say respect, because I feel like when you're respected, that is power, because people respect what you say and what you do and how you move, and that that very well can generate money and lots of it,
Yeah.
uh,
True.
you know, depending on who you're dealing with. So that would be my order.
I love that. Do you guys, now that we're living in a time where, they say indie artists, people that are, take there's a surge, right, of indie artists taking control of their catalogs, doing their thing and putting their music out and getting the streaming, getting the numbers. But of course, there's the mainstream where it they just have the machine working for them. Now, do you find that, because you have some artists like who've done it and did really well doing their own and owning their own stuff. Do you find that the music industry is changing in favor of the artist now, or do you feel like there's still a lot of work to be done when it comes to um, the industry?
I think a lot of artists are speaking up about it, and that's what's changing it little by little. I think it hasn't changed like 100%, but it's shifting
Hmm. Yeah.
because
Yeah,
a
you
lot
know.
of
Oh, my bad.
awareness.
Yeah,
Yeah.
My
definitely.
bad, Val.
No, 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 you can go.
Okay. So, so yeah, you know, on one hand, it's much easier for artists to own their stuff and have it released and have it on the platforms and have it available and, you know, in the digital stores, and, you know, have your merch made by Printfully or whoever, you know, the merch companies are. And all of that stuff has become very easy.
Hmm.
But the the other thing that can definitely be a contributor to making it more difficult is that there's like tens of thousands of new records coming out every week,
Yeah.
you know, and it's like even with producing, when it became super easily accessible for anybody who wanted to call themselves a producer or
Yeah.
had the dream, let me not even say call themselves, had the dream of being a producer. Once that happened and some people had success, off $50 beats, you know, for people like me and like Los, that ruined the market.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, because it's like, if I can get a Rolls Royce for $100, well, if I can get something that's like that can get me from point A to get to for $100, why would I go get a Rolls Royce if I'm
Right.
going to make more money off? If I can sell that for Rolls Royce prices once I use it, you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's I don't know if that analogy was clear, but yeah. So those kind of things make things difficult because, you know, once certain things like that happened, then, you know, quality control went down.
Yeah.
Then next thing you know, people are only selling 60,000 units and they're calling that gold.
Mm.
That's not a gold record.
Mm-hmm.
A gold record is 500,000.
Right.
You know, and those are huge differences. That's like, those numbers are a significant difference. And then when it comes to the earning, that's when you see it, because you're like, oh yeah, so and so's album was #1. How many units did it sell? 35,000. Oh,
Mm.
okay. You know, so with investing, like, we have a really dope team
Yeah.
of experienced professionals who have been in the majors for a long time, but we're doing an independent thing together.
Yeah.
You
That
know, but we
ownership,
all
right?
are high level professionals at what we do,
Yeah.
and we have our own little machine. You know,
That's great. I think that's a
yeah,
beautiful thing. Yeah.
it's really beautiful and it's needed. Like, you know, artists have to understand that they're gonna need help, and you have to promote.
Mm-hmm.
If I say I'm gonna say something right now, and you're gonna immediately tell me what company it is. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Of course. Yes. 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 Yes.
Of
McDonald's.
course,
Absolutely.
they never stop reminding you that they have hamburgers,
Right. Right. Right.
ever. So that's the thing that, you know, like, artists try to go viral and all this kind of stuff. And yeah, going viral is cool. But going viral doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be known for music. You're going to be
Right.
known for whatever you did that you went viral for.
Yeah.
But
Exactly.
if you constantly still beat the pavement, you know, pass out your flyers with a QR code, do your, um, your posts advertising your stuff. But even like, when people connect and they have something tangible in their hand,
Yeah.
like you put something in their hand, that's a whole different, that's an experience.
Exactly. Yeah.
It may not be Disney World, but it's still an experience.
Right. Absolutely. No, very well said. You're right. Because I mean, the way we consume music is so different than, back in the day when our parents, or grandparents did, consume music like with records and tangible things. So yeah, you're absolutely right. Um, you know, Tell us about more about the virtual show idea. How do you guys see technology changing how, you connect with your audience?
So for me, um, I think since COVID, like everything changed, of course, in the music industry.
Mhm.
I know my father and I started doing lives on
Nice.
Facebook. Uh, yeah, so because the musicians didn't have anything. I mean, some did, but it was like, you weren't allowed in a way to like work with people, but we did it underground.
Hmm.
But then we started doing live streams, and I honestly enjoyed it more. I mean, I enjoyed it. I enjoy also performing live, but it's just you connect deeply more with the fans. Like I can get like I can send them voice memos, and they live like what in Colombia, and I can send them voice memos, sometimes like videos. I think for me it's amazing
I love that. No, and I
to
think
connect
that's
with the fans like that.
yeah, no, I think that's you're right. It's since COVID, things have completely changed. And I think that's a great idea because everything's streaming, right? Everything's on social media, everything's online. So
Mhm.
that's just the perfect way to go. I
Yeah,
love
you
that.
Yeah.
can connect with the fans. You can you know you can it's like 24/7 you can chat with them, and they're very loyal. They're more loyal than the ones you see in everyday shows, you know.
I love that.
And so yeah, that's what that's what I think.
I think that's great.
So for me, I feel like it's great because fans from all over the world, like Val saying, can tap in and experience your show. But then also, you don't have to pay for the bus. You don't have to
Right.
pay for travel. You don't have to pay for insurance just in case somebody gets hurt at a stadium. You don't have to pay the stadium costs. You know, so it's
Comfort on
like,
your own studio.
yeah, exactly. So I feel like it's a great thing. You know, and the live experience is still a different experience, and it can be a phenomenal experience.
Yeah.
But you know, when people get to be right there, like everybody's got a front row seat.
Right.
Not
Right.
just the people who can afford it, you know?
Yeah. I love that.
Yes. So I
And
think it's great.
musically, you can hear everything.
Right.
So that, yeah, it makes it so, especially if you have headphones, it's like you hear everything and it's very nice.
I love that. I have a fun question for you guys. If you guys could perform with any artist, living or dead, who would it be and why?
I have a somewhat of a tie.
Okay.
Mine would be Prince or Michael Jackson.
Oh, yes, absolutely. 100%. Love those.
But as different as they are, you know,
Yeah.
because I used to dance and do ballet and stuff like that, and I always loved Michael's dancing, like, and the choreography was just so tight that Fatima would do, like during like the Remember the Times time and all of
Oh,
that,
yeah.
like that choreography was incredible. And then I say Prince just because of his excellence and dedication to excellence in sonics, in musicianship, showmanship. I mean, they both were really great showmen, but I had some friends who worked with Prince,
Nice.
and they were like his attention to, like, if one little thing didn't sound the way they they set it to sound in sound check, or how the record sounds, he would automatically know and be like, hey, we got to fix that.
Right.
So, and then if he heard feedback, you could lose your job.
Right. It's like Beyonce.
Yeah.
No,
So,
I love it.
like,
That's great.
yeah.
Love that.
For me, oh my God, it's like I wish I could give you a whole list. Honestly, it's very hard. It's so hard. But I will say I would love to Hector Lavoe, just because I'm listening to him a lot today,
Okay.
like this month.
Nice.
And of course, every Latina, Selena. That's my
Hey,
number one.
yes, 100% Selena. Love Selena. Oh my God.
Selena, I would have loved to see how, sharing the stages with her. She brings
Yes.
such a light. So I just can't imagine the adrenaline, the emotions that you can get on the stage with her. So
Right.
it's like
Yeah.
Latina, Latina's pick.
I love it. I love that. Yeah, no, Selena's my favorite. One of my favorites. She and Aaliyah. Those are one of my favorite that
Oh yeah.
passed away. It was just gone too
Yeah.
soon. Um
Yeah.
so
They would have made legends.
oh my
Still
God.
now. Like imagine.
100%. 100%. So where can everybody find what your music and follow you guys on social media? Where can people find you guys online?
Our band is at Vale, ULB. That's the letter V, like Victor, ALE, ULB, like boy. And then, Val, you want to give them yours?
Vale, you will be on Spotify, YouTube, the same thing. And my personal?
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Oh,
Vale
Val.
ULB on everything for the band.
Oh yeah, Vale ULB, ValeULB.com, everything. But my personal is Val Vargas official.
Official. I love it. I love it.
And
Well,
then and mine is Diesel Gets Grammys. DeezeLeGetsGrammys.
I love that. That's a great. I love that. I gotta change mine to that. Meosha gets Oscars.
There you go.
Speak it into existence, right?
Yeah. Well, I have 3 already.
Oh wow, man! I mean, I'm bowing down. That's incredible. Thank you guys so much for coming on. It was
He's getting
right. It was a pleasure talking to you both. And then please come back anytime whenever you got something, something new dropping.
Likewise, Meosha. It was such a pleasure.
Absolutely.
It was nice talking to you. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you guys. And thank you all for listening. And always remember to live, love, laugh. We'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.